Thank you so much, Dr. Dugal. Your words of joint journey, and how to sensitize children, how to empower them, how to make them understand what is done, especially in this cyber, especially on online, that cannot be undone. Once it's there, it's there. And then, in case they get into any kind of trouble, the way it has happened. So instead of that, it's better to guide them in the beginning itself. The case what you're talking about. It has happened in very recently. I still remember in my school also, when I needed your help, and how we really worked out. We had to really scare the children, to tell them that we know everybody everything about you all, and then they all came out. So the children are children, so they have to be really guided. They have to be motivated that the right thinking should be there. Do not have any other wrong feelings in your mind. If at all you have, it's okay, it's acceptable, but then don't really go out of course it completely, that you get into trouble. So I think a word of wisdom from your side to the teachers, not to panic, and understand that the law is with you. In case anything happens, do inform, do talk to your principal also, and do not panic about it, because they get panicked, and sometimes they stop teaching also. They just switch off. So it's better that to stop for some time, start again, do counseling, do have a discussion with the children, and hopefully they will understand, and we'll go for a longer journey in course of time. Thank you, Dr. Dugal. Now I come to my last point, that is the most important, that is our children, the students who are going through this phase which they did not expect. There are children who are really lost. They really do know, because there's a feeling of going out, meeting, having. They're, of course, they're having evening time discussions, and they have those clubs, so many discussions. But then meeting each other, and hugging, and in the school, ragging, talking, meeting teachers, meeting friends. It's a very different atmosphere altogether. That is being missed out. So they have to be in the house. They have to study themselves, and then of course with their friends as and when possible. But then I think children are the ones who really need a special guidance and your enlightenment to them. That what is it that they need to take care of in this period? They do not get into any kind of difficulty, that they really have to come back to you for your advice.
Well, I
Yes,
think
Doctor.
children have to, thank you. Well, I believe children today have to quickly realize the power of this medium called of Indian cyber law and also cyberspace. You have to quickly, as students, realize that the future has changed irreversibly. History is being written right in front of you in your own eyes. You could never think that this could have happened. Yes, this has happened. And by the time we come back to a state of normalcy, it will be quite some time away. So during this time, internet will be your constant companion. Well, it's a blessing, both a boon in disguise, but also be a disaster waiting to happen if you're not going to be careful. So, as more and more time is being spent by you on the online paradigm, quickly start realizing that you must equip yourself with good digital skill sets. Look, you're actually jumping into deep sea waters where there are a lot of sharks. It's very important that you should know how to swim properly and how to avoid these sharks, whether they are cyber criminals or whether they are online pedophiles as a whole. So please imbibe more skill sets. If you think you're smart and you know everything, I would really encourage you to go ahead and expand the horizon of your knowledge and start imbibing more skill sets. Why? Because with COVID-19, new approaches have come in, new technologies, new tools, new technological paradigms, as also methodologies have all started coming up. So it's important to be glued up. Number two, quickly start realizing whatever you're doing during this COVID-19 time on the internet is not getting unnoticed. Cyber criminals are noticing it. If you're not smart, you are leaving behind electronic footprints. Those footprints could be used to not just go ahead and put you in a negative light, but could even be prejudicially impacting your digital future. Because whatever activities that you do online, And if you are not careful and you're publishing content, the same content is going to be seen by your future teachers, future principals, your future colleges, universities where you're going to take admissions. And in case if they find in your social media profile that what you have written is not in sync with either the community standards or what is expected out of students, the chances of your getting admissions to higher educations of educational excellence may be potentially detrimentally impacted. So please be careful. As regards pornography, a lot of children have so much of these adrenal and hormones within their body and they want to experiment. Please experiment, but please experiment with care, caution, and due diligence. Do not leave behind electronic footprints which can be used by cyber criminals or by pedophiles for targeting you. Do not get into any kind of a whirlpool of online blackmail. Do not start playing all these games where you are being asked to buy cosmetic various items or cosmetic skins, and then you're asked to pay, and if you don't pay, you get bullied upon. Also, do not please make this particular COVID-19 time as a time for venting your frustrations. Do not engage in cyberbullying, because if you're going to do that exercise, somebody is going to complain. And if somebody complains, the chances of criminal action being initiated could be high. Similarly, please realize that the Indian cyber law has got various cyber crimes which have been enunciated under the law. So it's not just identity theft, it's cyber harassment, cyber stalking, cyber nuisance, so much so that even invasion of privacy and, of course, hacking and computer-related offenses have been made crimes as well. Please try to be on the right side of the law. Why? Because in this time of COVID-19, when you are alone at home, when you do not have the benefit of your friends or your peer groups, the chances of you straying away into unknown territory could be high. Please be very, very careful in befriending people online, because you do not know the person who says who he is actually the real person that he says he is or someone else. So the chances of you walking in the hands of an online pedophile or a cyber criminal could be very high if you do not do your due diligence in this regard. Also, you have to be careful of how you're going to post things on platforms like social media and other community platforms. We've already seen cases like the boys' locker room. And if you think that you could write something like what's written in the boys' locker room and be oblivious of what the law will be doing, then you're mistaken. The law is increasingly getting more and more stricter, and it's being strictly implemented. There are various cybercrime cells that have come across the country where people can go and report. And mind you, if you do something wrong, the victim is even going to report against you on an online platform and a portal that the government of India has created in the form of cybercrime.gov.in. Yes, it's time to wake up to this new reality. In case if you feel that you are yourself becoming a victim of any cybercrime, please do not be quiet. Please confide with your friends, with your parents, with your teachers, with your counselors. Why? Because they will guide you properly. And in case the same is required to be reported, I will actively encourage that the same must be reported. Do not engage in a confrontational conversation with a person who's likely to potentially target you online. Never act in an emotional state of mind online, because the chances of you being not very balanced are going to be very high, and the chances of you publishing content which may not be very desirable could be coming and visiting your side of the fence. At the end of the day, let's realize the world has already shifted on to the digital bandwagon. This is now the time for you to go ahead and imbibe new skill sets. Get as much of these new digital skill sets that you can think of. Why? Because you will be requiring them more and more. There's now going to be more competition, but then there's also now going to be more new opportunities. The online education is going to be potentially going forward and presenting you a remarkable myriad set of new opportunities that you can potentially go ahead and constructialize for the betterment of your educational life and for the betterment of your fulfillment of future goals and ambitions. All said and done, do not be afraid of the internet. Do not be overwhelmed by the internet. But please realize, try whatever you're doing online must be on the right side of the law. Do not try to cross the line of the law. And please remember, ignorance of law is no excuse in the eyes of law. In case if you are ignorant of law and you still violate the law, the consequences of law will be upon you. And one final piece of advice: when you're at home and while you're using the internet connection in the name of your parents, do not do something hanky-panky. Why? Because once some criminal action is registered, the police will come looking for your parents, because the internet connection would be registered in the name of your parent, and that could potentially expose your parents to legal consequences apart from exposing you as a whole. Be consciously careful, be duly diligent, try to harness the positives of the internet and try to protect yourself. Therefore, focus increasingly on cybersecurity and try to inculcate cybersecurity as a way of life in your day-to-day activities. Already, various educational institutions are working in this regard. The CBSE has now come up with a new kind of a handbook to sensitize you on cybersecurity, and try as far as possible keeping on enhancing your skill sets on cyber crime, cyber law, and cyber security, because these three paradigms are going to be your constant companion for the remainder of your life. So have respect for these paradigms, respect and more significantly, please ensure that you are always on the right side of cyber law, because cyber law is here, and once it's invoked, I can just tell you, if you get stuck in the whirlpool of cyber law in India, it's going to take you years to come out. So it's best to be avoiding this particular whirlpool, try to be more constructive, and try to harness the positives of this fantastic phenomenon. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dugal. So, very special, cautious words to the students that don't get into this cyberbullying, don't get into kind of unwanted things which can really put them into difficulty. And especially, you said either swim or sink. So, it's better to swim in a positive manner rather than getting into difficulty and sink. So, keeping all that in mind, I'm sure children are really, the parents will take care of it, the teachers will take care of it, because students are students. So they have to be guided. So your word of caution will go a long way, because otherwise they can get into any kind of difficulty, because what happened earlier, it was there in the newspaper throughout and everybody knew about it. And few students are in trouble also. So it's better not to get into those unwanted material which is printed and which is put on virtual classrooms, boards and all that. To avoid all that, be positive. So they have to be positive and keep thinking that this is going to be, internet is going to be your companion. So take it in a positive manner rather than thinking negative about it and then all the time worrying about what is going to happen next. So thank you so much, Dr. Dugal. Any last word for everyone, for the schools, for the community? Because this is cyber law and cyber crime. These are the areas which common man doesn't know. They're not aware of it. They do not know that we have certain rights, we have certain, content in which we can get some kind of help from the government or from agencies. People are not aware of it. They are very, very blank into it. Gradually, parents are getting into this virtual classrooms. Even this, they were not knowing. Today, a child knows better than a parent. We are very clear about it. They take a second's time to wash it off, and the parent is still searching where the click is. So it's very important that a special word for the community, for all the people, because you're an expert in this area. We cannot really imagine having another person related to this cybercrime incidents that you have already. You're handling them. If you can give a word of caution to everybody. Thank you, sir.
Well, all I can say is that the school ecosystem is so crucial for really molding the minds of young children. But at the same time, I believe school curriculums have been stuck up in stone over a period of time. With the result, I believe that while as schools we have to abide by the CBSE curriculums, it will be a good idea for schools to start proactively some particular classes on cyber law and cyber security education, in terms of sensitizing students, teachers, principals, other school staff members about these kind of ramifications that they are beginning to face. It's time that school ecosystem must start strengthening the hands of all stakeholders in this ecosystem on how they can face these new challenges in the digital paradigm. We can begin by just sensitizing children or teachers about how they need to spend money online, how they need to take precautions so as to ensure that do not become victim of phishing or other kind of frauds that are happening online. It will be imperative to start now proactively introducing cyber law education right from the first standard onwards. And I think it's a journey where all of us are together in the same boat. I can't say that you are alone in a different boat and I'm in a different boat. We are all in the same boat. And the ecosystem is all one big chain. And we are all different links of the chain. And this chain is that of cybersecurity. We have to start inculcating more respect for cybersecurity amongst all stakeholders and make them realize that they are, since links of the same chain, the chain is going to be as strong as the weakest link. Hence, if we can sensitize these various stakeholders, that we should try our level best to ensure that we do not become the weakest link in the chain, that we adopt basic cyber hygiene methodologies when we do our day-to-day digital activities, and we imbibe within ourselves cyber resilience habits so that in the event something goes wrong, we don't panic. We should have backups. We should be in a position to be prepared for any eventuality. And these eventualities are going to keep on coming. India is a big e-commerce market. Cyber criminals are focusing big time on India, and I expect Indian schools to be on constant attack. So let's not just squander away this opportunity. Let's try to prepare ourselves. Let's build in more capacity building amongst the students, teachers, principals, and other staff members. And finally, I think let's also start harnessing the positive benefits of online education for the school ecosystem. Maybe new models of education will develop. But if you look at the cutting edge developments in online education, I believe that there are a number of opportunities for all digital stakeholders in the school ecosystem to potentially focus on in the coming times. All I can say is it's a very exciting time to be here on the internet. COVID-19 is the biggest public health emergency of our times, but more significantly, COVID-19 has given rise to umpteen number of new digital opportunities, and every stakeholder in the education ecosystem must grab these new opportunities with both their hands. Thanks.
Thank you so much. So to grab those new opportunities which are available, highlight of the whole program, take it positive and try to understand that cyber laws are there. So you have to be very careful. If you are in trouble, you will get all the help, but you must understand that do not try to bully anybody. If you do that cyber bullying or any kind of mischief which is created by the students or by anybody, you can get into trouble. And so thank you so much, Dr. Duggal, for giving us time and being with us for your edification program. Thank you so much. And it's nice to have you once again with us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's been a pleasure. For so many years, and it's wonderful to have you today on this chat. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure. Thank you.